Yo, Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 just dropped, and if you want to start the season dominating, this is the video for you. Today, I'm breaking down the best landing spots, the best weapons to use, and the must-know tips so you can get ahead of the meta fast. Let's just jump straight into it. Firstly, where should you land? There's a couple of new POIs in the new season, and if you're not landing in the right spot, you're going to throw your whole game. The new POIs added are Crime City, Outlaws Oasis, and Shiny Shafts, and I'll quickly go over the pros and cons of landing at these places if you're considering it. For Crime City, it's quite risky, but there's a lot of loot. There's tons of chest spawns and guaranteed vault loot, and also because you're finding so many chests, the likeliness of you finding launch pads is very high. For Outlaws Oasis, there's a lower player count, so it's safer and easier to get away from the early game. It's got decent mobility and isn't a bad place to rotate from. There's also lots of free slurp barrels for instant shields. And finally, Shiny Shafts. This is going to be very underrated for the whole season. Its underground tunnels allows you to be able to disengage really well. So if you take a lot of damage, you can run if you really need to. There's also tons of gold that you can use at black market and get much better weapons. And it's also less contested than bigger POIs. Okay, for the best weapons for you to use, right now the best shotgun is the Sentinel Pump. It's very hard hitting and it's just like any other pump. AR right now is either the enhanced Hollow Twister Assault Rifle or the Striker Burst AR. The Striker Burst was just brought back once again from Chapter 5 and is a burst rifle which is very, very accurate at longer ranges. I do also recommend the new AR, the Collateral Damage AR. It's not very good for long range, but up close is very effective.
You're done.
One of the best heals you can have on you right now is the Chug Jug. It's absolutely crazy with the new update. So make sure to carry one of them and either minis, big pots or medkits. And if you can find them, the new gold Chug Splashes are very helpful. Not only do they give you the same health as normal Chug Splashes, they also give you the gold rush effect, which allows you to pickaxe 1.5 times faster and also run a lot faster too. Making sure you're utilizing the vaults is very important. Although they do take a lot of risks to get, they're insane. They give you such good loot and they also give you Bitcoin. Still can't believe I'm saying that. And also making sure to try and get the medallions is very important too. But if you feel like you can't, don't sell your game just to go get a medallion. Lastly, I'm going to go over a couple of tips to win more games. You want to land smart, so make sure to pick the right POI for you. Maybe take a pros POI. If you're not very good at off spawns, go somewhere quiet. And if you're very, very good at off spawns, go somewhere with lots of loot, but it's also very contested. Next, you want to make sure you're stacked before you have any fights. And you want at least one bit of mobility. There isn't much mobility in the game right now. However, they will be adding a lot more within the coming weeks. Making sure you're rotating early so you're ahead of zone and avoiding storm surge. You also want to make sure you're taking smarter fights. Early fights are fine. Mid-game fights, I wouldn't recommend. In mid-game, you mostly want to save mats for late game. You only want to take a mid-game fight unless you very, very need it. And for end-game, you want to stay on the high ground as much as possible. There isn't many ways to break you down this season or even get up on height. You don't want to make your mats and you don't want to just jump on your opponent. Just keep height and just shoot down. Alright, that's everything you need to know to start dominating in Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2. This season has some of the biggest changes we've seen in a while, and I'm curious what you think. So comment down below if you think this is a good update or if it's a rubbish update. If this video did help you, there's another one on screen right now. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.